Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another Just Hanging Out with Eddie vlog. In today's video, and this is actually going to be um, just one of several videos that I record on this book, Simple Abundance. I have been reading this book. I found this book last year, like in the summertime, and I've just kind of gone through the book, and it's now a new year, and so I'm revisiting the year. So every day in this book is just different entries and different points of inspiration to help you get inspired or to be motivated. Really, the point of this book is this author, Sarah Ban Breathnach. She talks about really her journey towards having a simply abundant life. And I think that she speaks in a way, or she writes in a way, that I feel like any, working mom, like living in America, like just can relate to, in the sense of not feeling good enough, or not feeling like you're getting as far as you want, or just feeling like life is overwhelming, feeling that life is just, like you're not where you should be or where you want to be. You're not, like if you're comparing yourself to others, your peers around you, somehow like they've got their ish together and you don't. And I think for most women, I think they can relate to the contents of this book. And so she really talks about these daily entries, or these sort of intentions, that if you work through it over the course of the year, you too can have this simply abundant life. And what that simply abundant life looks like, obviously, is very personal to all of us. But I think that she describes the six pillars of a simply abundant life, which includes gratitude, um, like order. What are the other pieces? I'll have to like go through them because I don't want to take up the time to. Well, let's just do that, right? Let's just find what she describes. So there are six principles that will act as guides as we make our inner journey over the next year. These are the six threads of abundant living, which, when woven together, produce a tapestry of contentment that wraps us in inner peace, well being, happiness, and a sense of security. There you go. So she said it right there for me. She said it better than I could. First, there is gratitude. When we do a mental and spiritual inventory of all that we have, we realize that we are very rich indeed. Gratitude gives way to simplicity, the desire to clear out, pare down, and realize the essentials of what we need to live truly well. Simplicity brings with it order, both internally and externally. A sense of order in our life brings harmony. Harmony provides us with the inner peace we need to appreciate the beauty that surrounds us each day, and beauty opens us to joy. But just as with any beautiful needlepoint tapestry, it is difficult to see where one stitch ends and another begins. So it is with simple abundance. Pick up the needle with me and make the first stitch on the canvas of your life. Invite Spirit to open up the eyes of your inner awareness. Be still and wait expectantly, knowing that in the warp and woof of your daily life as it exists today, there are golden threads of a simply abundant tomorrow. So that was from January 3rd. That was her entry, her introduction to us, the reader, about the simple abundance, right? And so, like, and let me even go back where she says on January 3rd, how we start today. I want you to become aware that you already possess all the inner wisdom, strength, and creativity needed to make your dreams come true. This is hard for most of us to realize because the source of this unlimited personal power is buried so deeply beneath the bills, the carpool, the deadlines, the business trip, and the dirty laundry that we have difficulty accessing it in our daily lives. When we can't access our inner resources, we come to the flawed conclusion that happiness and fulfillment come from only external events. That's because external events usually bring with them some sort of change. And so we've learned to rely on circumstances outside ourselves for forward or backward momentum as we hurtle through life. But we don't have to do that any longer. We can learn to be the catalysts for our own change. At the heart of simple abundance is an authentic awakening, one that resonates within your soul. You already possess all you need to be genuinely happy. The way you reach that awareness is through an inner journey that brings an emotional, psychological, and spiritual transformation. A deep inner shift in your reality occurs, aligning you with the creative energy of the universe. Such change is possible when you invite spirit to open up the eyes of your awareness to the abundance that is already yours. And then she goes into the six principles. So, you guys, when I first picked up this book, and I am such a believer in the universe that I'm like, the universe always guides me where I need to be, where I need to go. And I was at a bed and breakfast. My husband and I were staying somewhere for like a weekend. I think it was our first weekend away. And I was at a bed and breakfast, and the host had a bunch of books. And on one of the shelves was this book. And I started picking it up, and I was reading it, and I just could not put it down. And when I was speaking to the owner of the B&B where we stayed, I was like, I so love this book. Like, I'm just going to get a copy when I get home. I can't even wait to get a copy. And she said, take this copy, take, like, part of it is just like, the books are there, for anyone to enjoy. And she says, and really, the people are not really reading these books because they're so old. I mean, this was published in 1995. So, she was like, oh, so many people don't read, and then even reading something from 1995 is like, not, people don't really do that, right? And so she says, please, like, you're sharing the wealth by continuing to read this book, for continuing to speak about this book where you can, telling your friends. But I bought this book for a couple of my friends for just to, I have it in my office. It's just this reminder, as we are on this journey towards really finding happiness, it's not out there, it's in here. And so to read these entries and to really sit with the ideas held within this book is really to create a path towards happiness, I think, right? I think it is really the path to me towards happiness is really figuring out how to go internally and to ask yourself what you need outside of all the hubbub of like mom life and work life and all of the responsibilities and politics and all that. Is like, can you find it internally within yourself so that you can live your best life? Because again, in my opinion, we only get one life here in this version, right? In this iteration. I do believe in reincarnation, but like in this version, this is me, Eddie, a Black woman living in New Jersey with 2 kids and a husband, and just, this is my life as a therapist. This is my life. And so, how do I make this the best life possible? I think that this book just reminds you to settle in and to go inside and try to find that answer. And so I am on a mission. Like, I started reading this book again last week, and I got caught up to all of like my January entries. And so I am like, I just want to share these entries with you. And wherever you want, if you see this, you're meant to see this, right? If it's, it's, you're seeing this in April, May, June, but I've read a January entry. It doesn't matter. Like, this is where you needed to be, and this is what you needed to hear. And so I hope that you will just join me along on this journey of like my entries. So I'm not going to say every day, but I will frequently be recording these entryways and these entries, and then I will be posting it onto my YouTube as part of my 100-day challenge. But just in life, I think this is just a great resource to have. And I will put the link for this book uh, in the description. So I hope that you enjoyed this entry. I kind of sloppily entered it, but I felt like, well, the universe was just like, just read the entry, as it is. And so I will just do that. I will read the entries as they are and offer you some insights or some inspiration, or just, an opportunity for you to reflect. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.